That's the problem with this subject. इसमें एक टॉपिक आपको आगे जाके पढ़ने को आएगा. आप जब टेक्स्ट बुक से पढ़ोगे, नए टेक्स्ट बुक से पढ़ोगे, आप लोग ये टॉपिक पढ़ोगे कि myths with respect to business ethics. मतलब what are the common myths? People think कि ethics has everything to do with religion. People think कि ethics is supposed to be like संत महात्मा लोग आके बताएंगे. मतलब people who are good telling people who are bad that ऐसा करना है, ऐसा नहीं करना है. Business ethics has nothing to do with it. So there are a lot of myths that need bursting. मतलब there are a lot of myths that need to be cancelled out from our system, right? And we're going to discuss all these things in detail as we go forward. The third one is corporate governance, the most relevant as of today aspect of ethics. And the fourth one is much more relevant than that, and this corporate social responsibility. So that's your module for you in a gist. We're going to talk about the introduction, we talk about the practical aspects of ethics, we talk about the relevant stuff from ethics, and we talk about the most relevant stuff from ethics. Everybody is with me on this? Yes? Alright. If I come to the first unit, now I'm okay. If I come to the first unit of ethics, I have kind of like from student perspective, ये question हमेशा आता है यार इसमें पढ़ना क्या है? What am I supposed to study? So kind of like put it out there on the slide that what am I supposed to study? I'm supposed to study the types of ethics. I'm supposed to study the evolution of ethics. I'm supposed to study the compliance, contribution, and consequence. Can anybody tell me what this is? Compliance, contribution, and consequences. Thank you so much. What is it? It's the 3 C's of business ethics. You have to get a chair and come in. No place. The 3 C's of business ethics, right? Myths about business ethics, I just spoke about that. Principles of business ethics and profit making and ethical dimension. Anyways, anybody, ये word आया कहाँ से? Ethics क्या word आया कहाँ से? Ethos किसने बोला मेरे को? Very good, ethos. और ethos. आपने बताया ethical, ethos, ethicus, ethos. आपने बताया, alright. आपने काफी वर्ड्स बताया, ethos बताया, ये जो ग्रीक से हो सकता है, लैटिन से हो सकता है. This I will take, alright. ये वर्ड का मतलब क्या है? What do you mean by ethos? One at a time so that I can understand who's talking about this. Ethos का मतलब क्या है? Character किसने बोला है character? Great. Character of what? Character of what?
Community or individual.
Brilliant. Ethos is simply, let me tell you the Oxford Dictionary meaning of the word ethos. Right? Ethos means nothing but the. I will just add on to something that you said. आपने character बोला. What I will put it as is characteristic spirit of society. किसी ने बोला कि character of human beings और होगा तो मैं मेरे को हल्के से सुनाई दिया. Right? What is ethos? It's nothing but the characteristic spirit of the society. What does characteristic spirit of the society mean, or what does character of a society mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? Okay, which society are we part of? Which society are we part of? No. Thank you so much. That's the right. I mean, the Indian society. Are we followed or abiding by the Indian ethos? ये याद रखना क्योंकि अगले सेमेस्टर में आपको एक और सब्जेक्ट आ रहा है which is इसका बाप which is Indian management thoughts and practices. Okay, so if ethics is dragging for you Indian management thoughts में तो people will like literally dig graves for you. We are the Indian society, we follow the Indian ethos, right everybody? Yes? Okay. Can there be something called as the American ethos also? The American society has. Honestly, do these things match? Does an Indian ethos remain similar to an American ethos? Why do you say that? Culture is different, right? मतलब आज, do you want an example? Let's take the concept of marriage, right? I am sure most of you must have seen the movie Two States. Even though you thrashed the writer Chetan Bhagat, I didn't like the movie. You must have seen Two States. It's basically about the whole marriage system, right? The marriage system works in India something like this. All right, the boy and the girl. All right, this is how the marriage system in India works. The boy likes the girl likes the boy. Fair enough? Is that the end of it? No. Then something else comes in, and we all know, and immediately आपने no बोला. Why? Because we are all part of that one big ugly Indian family, right? The boy has their own parents. their parents will have their own siblings, their parents will have their parents and their siblings, and we are like, unified society, joint family and all that. We are part of that, right? The girl will also have stuff like that. So this is probably the family of the boy and this is probably the family of the girl. Now here's a problem for an Indian marriage. It is not enough that the boy likes the girl and the girl likes the boy. The boy has to like the girl's family, and more important, the girl's family has to like the boy. And yet, and my wife will be listening to it, and yet, there is one person now, focus away. There's one person, alright, no offense. There's one person like, एक घूसड़ गुड़िया कोई तो रहेगा यहाँ पे बोला कि लड़के में दम नहीं है. This is possible in the Indian society. And if you wanna marry, like, literally have a happy married life, with pre-wedding shoots and post-wedding shoots and baby showers and all that, everybody in this bloody family has to be in kind of like, congruence with each other. That means I have to like the girl's family has to like me, the girl's family has to like my family has to like the girl's family, and yet you cannot discount that one person in the family will be like, बड़ा गलती कर रहे हो. That's the Indian marriage system, Indian ethos, right? जब तक हमारे यहाँ पे family support नहीं मिलता, तब तक एक शादी पूरा नहीं होता. Like, I mean, of course, you are taking a lot of initiatives to change that. Like, who cares about family and all that. But even today, like, love marriage, we would prefer like ours was love come arranged. We would love that. The American system is entirely different. The American system, sir, are you married or something? Like, a lot of opinions. What happened? Am I going wrong somewhere? The American system works entirely different. The American system functions like this. The boy likes the girl and the girl likes the boy. They decide to live in together. 5, 8, 10 years down the line, 3-4 छोटे-छोटे बच्चे भी हो जाते हैं, and then they decide कि I think it's the right time to get married. And then they take their kids, they go to the family and they say, this is my wife to be, these are my kids, and we are getting married, you are invited. माँ बाप को बोलते you are invited. And the kids are considered lucky if they are able to attend their parents' marriage. Go back and ask your parents, like, why couldn't I attend your marriage? Value education and moral science, all of you have had that subject, right? Honestly, tell me, what kind of value did you gain from attending those lectures? I'll tell you my experience with value education. I remember value education was the first lecture of the day for us, right? And in value education, what I have learned is just to make a notebook, cover it with glitter paper, and मेरे को याद है मेरे स्कूल के टाइम पे मैंने शक्तिमान का फोटो चिपकाया था ऐसे उस पे, वेलवेट पेपर लगाया था उस पे, मैंने प्लेड्ज लिखा था, नेशनल एंथम लिखा था, बहुत सारे वाहियात पेपर कटिंग्स लगाए थे उसमें, कुछ तो न्यूज आर्टिकल्स और व्हाटएवर. वैल्यू एजुकेशन पहला चीज आके हम लोग न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ते थे, हेडलाइंस पढ़ते थे, एंड दैट वाज द एंड ऑफ वैल्यू एजुकेशन फॉर अस. मॉरल साइंस इससे बड़ा जोक था. मॉरल साइंस यूज्ड टू बी द लास्ट लेक्चर ऑफ द डे. लास्ट लेक्चर का मतलब समझते हो, यू आर सैट फॉर एन एंटायर डे, like period after period of maths, English, geography or whatever it is, and then moral science. And our moral science teacher was our Marathi teacher. Like, she would just come to the class and say, "आता काय करायचं?" And we would just run out of the class and play kabaddi under moral science, moral education or whatever it is. School में ये चीज हुआ नहीं है. मुंबई यूनिवर्सिटी ने ये सब्जेक्ट आपको ऐसे ही नहीं दिया when you are in the third year. Okay यार 5 सब्जेक्ट हो गया, एक कौन सा डालूं यार, हाँ ethics अच्छा लग रहा है डाल दूं. No. Mumbai University was very clear when it put ethical education or education about ethics over here in this year, because it understands that from next year you're going to walk out into the industry. You're going to either join corporations, you're going to start working, or you're going to start up your own organizations. And it is very important that they tell you these things. ये आपको already मालूम है. Trust me on this, ethics कोई आपको सिखा नहीं सकता. Ethics आपको क्या है ये मालूम है, कि क्या सही है क्या गलत है ये मेरे को मालूम है. Right everybody? Everybody understand now ethics. It deals with these words. Basically, ethics is summary में क्या है? It is what is honest, what is dishonest, what is just, what is injustice, what is right, what is wrong, what is good, what is bad. Everybody knows this. But the problem is we deal with human beings over here. Human beings who think something, who say something, and who do something entirely different. Human beings, what is good, what is bad, or whatever it is, and still we do it. How many of you drive over here? How many of you like drive and stuff? All right, great. Now you will probably understand what I'm trying to say when. Have you like broken traffic signals? Of course. Abhi latest so cameras are watching or whatever. You have seen that video on WhatsApp or wherever. Cameras have been installed and now you can't break this thing because now traffic police wala will come with challan at your home and take bill from you. But have you ever broken a signal? Like you understand the traffic rules that Indians follow, right? I mean it's green like go, it's orange like go slow, and it's red and go full fast like looking left and right. And still, you really don't know where that traffic wala jumps out of. Like I mean, he was not there. Just a second back, he was not there, and he will like he will just magically appear out of like that, right? And then he will like and they have those motions like they get your car like like sideways and all that, and then that's the time when you start using the school Marathi that you have ever learned. That is the only time when you have really utilized the language that you have learned, when you start like rolling down the glass and say, "Jao de na mama." Immediate